How does Michael Westbrook fight crime in the pages of Thoth? Let's get into it. So, Michael Westbrook is one of the leading consultants that helps the VCPD, or the Viper City Police Department, take on alchemic crimes in their task force, the Anti-Alchemy Crime Unit. What he does is he goes in and he breaks down and profiles criminals that utilize alchemy in order to commit crimes. This can range from drug dealing to weapons dealing to illegal drug substances that boost the body, like steroids and things like that. Michael's main focus is in transhumanism, but because he's very astute in alchemy, he also studies things in the immortality and transmutation and other fields such as spiritualism in alchemy. So he can even maybe deal with some type of alchemic cult sometimes. Michael's overall skills and abilities stem from his ability to augment his body in a way that allows him to keep up with certain people. Due to an illness that he had as a kid, he went through a surgery that allows him to overclock his body in certain ways. But in doing this, he needs to keep this in control and check. So he has his helmet. His helmet is kind of like the transmutation circle for this world. An alchemist's mask or helmet helps them do a lot of things. But Michael's mask pretty much serves as an all-purpose type of supercomputer and other things like that. It has several sights such as infrared, blue light, microscopic and telescopic vision, just to name a few. It's a big analytical boost for him, where he takes his natural analytic skills and it allows him to analyze a crime scene for clues and substances almost instantly. When he gets the information that he needs, it feeds it to his other computer watch. This way he can save data that he needs to. This watch also protects and also tracks his vitals in certain ways. For this reason, he needs his vitals checked, is because he overclocks his augmentation that is supposed to protect his body. Which the augmentation are his cerebral nodes. His cerebral nodes are essentially serves kind of like an external metabolism, which supercharges his muscles and allows him to digest and revert things into energy where he needs to, such as food and sleep and things like that, where his body might be deficient in those types of areas. Also, these nodes allow him to tap into a musculature type of overclock, where he can boost his speed and a slight strength boost, but mostly his focus is in his speed. This will keep him safe if he needs to escape a room and things like that. But let's say Michael has to throw down. How does he usually take on threats physically? Well, mostly he's a pacifist, mostly stemming for his mind and his body. Although he is combat savvy, he will use his combat to kind of escape the room, his speed, and do dodges and things like that, such as footwork and stuff like that. Opting to utilize his brothers and his siblings to be his bodyguards. But let's say he needs to throw hands. What are his skill sets? As mentioned before, Michael will use some major footwork to get away from people. So he'll utilize kind of like a boxing stance like Ali, a slipping maneuver to get out. And he will utilize his speed in order to do that. So one of his combats is boxing. If you get in close, he'll use his skills and things like Wing Chun and Krav Maga. So he'll grab you, lock your limbs and turn you around and run the other direction. But if he needs to take you to the ground, he will utilize his skills in wrestling and judo. This will give you a trip up and throw you down, and then he'll run. So mostly he's utilizing his abilities to either knock you down and run away or lock you and run. So he's going to run if he can get you down. But if he can knock you out, he'll knock you out too. And last but not least, Michael overall as an investigator. As mentioned before, his analytical skill is top notch, and due to his focus in sciences such as bioengineering and alchemy, he's capable of profiling and finding answers almost instantly. And the skill is enhanced mainly by his helmet, which allows him to boost his neurological prowess ever higher. His main focus is transhumanism, which allows him to better his body in other ways. So as time goes on, he'll have other ways to boost him as he is finding his focus in equilibrium, which is more balance and speed and neurological, perfecting mind, body, and internal forces. Then also he goes into his study of Thoth, which is a kind of secondary focus that borderlines almost taboo subjects, but so he has to be very careful in what he does and to keep it, in check when he finally starts to study the way of Thoth. So if this is something that intrigues you and you find interesting, come read us in the pages of Thoth. We are on issue 2, and we are wrapping up issue 2 very quickly, and we have a pre-launch for a Kickstarter for Thoth out now. So if you want to give it a look, link will be in the description, and we hope to see you. And I hope Michael as a hero or investigator intrigues you, and we'll see you next time again. Have a good day.